Welcome to this hair transplant progress update video. My name is Richard and I'm currently on month 5 after my hair transplant that was done in Turkey, 2019, October 23rd. So we are on week 22. 5 months have gone past since my hair transplant was done. I gotta say things are looking really good. I know I was complaining sort of last couple of weeks saying it's not growing fast enough, but you know what? I was going through my videos yesterday, just kind of going through what happened at the beginning of, beginning of the month and versus what's going on now, and my hair is just like so much thicker and longer than it was at the beginning. I know I don't notice it on day-to-day basis because I keep looking at the mirror. I think it's just gonna be a bad habit that I've developed since this hair transplant, where I'm checking my hair every day. But I think overall, I mean, this is, if you look at my earlier videos, and I'll put up some pictures in a minute as well, it's just gone through so much better than it was. I mean, I actually got some hair on my head. My scalp is not shining through as much as it was even last week. So I can't remember who said it, but there was a comment left saying, look, it's, don't worry about it. Now you are on, month 4, month 5. It is not until beginning of month 6 when your hair really starts to thicken up. Month 4 and month 5 is still the ugly duckling stage where everything looks kind of messy and, not growing, growing in patches unevenly and etc. And you know what? Initially I thought when I was looking at myself, and I thought that's like, month 2 and, maybe beginning of month 3, that was the ugly duckling stage. But I don't know what that was. That was some kind of a weird zombie stage where, we didn't even get to the ugly duckling. And then, because nothing was there at all. It was looking really horrible, all bald and patchy hair. And then like sort of month 3 comes in and it starts to grow, and that's when you think, oh yes, finally it's coming, this is now the thing. And you know what, it's not even the thing. That is when you see it growing at first, the first like 2-3 weeks, month 3, month 4, that is the ugly duckling stage. That's when it's not coming out quite as thick as you want it to. But because we're so used to, for the past 4 months of having 3 months of having no hair at all, we think that is the business, that is the goal. It's all coming out and looking good. So yeah, I gotta say, it didn't hit me until I started looking through previous videos and comparing what the difference is like. And somebody actually sent me a picture of me together with some of my friends, and this was beginning of last month, so about 6 weeks ago, about 6 weeks ago. And I gotta say, I hardly had any hair, and at that point I was thinking, yeah, my hair is coming through. So yeah, overall really excited, really happy with the results so far. As I said, I still do have like on this side that slightly raised hairline there, but that's just how they did it during the transplant. I don't know whether they purposely did it to make it look more natural and less like symmetrical on both sides. It doesn't really bother me much. I think if it really does over the years, at some point, somewhere, I might go back. But given that we're all, right now locked down, trying to survive this weird virus, I think hair transplant is the last thing on people's minds. It does give me something to do because I've been at home for the last, week with both my kids at home, trying to school them through their homework, make sure they do their classes. Luckily, my kids got online lesson. They're using like Google Classroom, and my daughter's using some more advanced stuff that I don't even know, where they can see each other on like conference videos and stuff, and they can continue with their lessons. So they at least have some kind of structure for this week that I just need to make sure that they're following. But like next week and for the next almost 3.5 weeks, they're gonna be at home without any school. So this is supposed to be their Easter break, where we're gonna be in a lockdown situation, staying at home as much as possible. So next like 3.5 weeks are gonna be hectic. It's gonna be really busy. You can see I'm turning into a mess already. I haven't shaved, not because I'm trying on a new look. I just can't be bothered. I did. Somebody said like, yeah, you should shave your hair and like grow a badass beard instead. So this is my excuse for not shaving. I'm kind of like telling myself, saying, you know, that dude said I should grow a beard. I should grow a beard. But you know, my beard doesn't really grow evenly. I could do with like a beard transplant to like even out the lines and stuff. But I can't be bothered with that stuff. I don't really mind. As I was saying, right now, like hair transplant is the last thing on people's minds. I know a lot of people had them booked in for Turkey and had to cancel them. You know, it's unfortunate that these things happen, but you know, your health and your family's health and all these things are way, way more important than hair. And you know, once these things settle, and you know, if I'm being honest, I don't think quarantining alone and, you know, isolating and locking down is gonna be enough to get rid of this virus. The only way we can get rid of it is by finding a vaccine. So hopefully our researchers, our, you know, virologists, etc., are working hard and testing all these vaccines that they can implement. And you know, even if they find something, it's not going to be another 6 months or more until they can like make sure it's safe enough to administer to people, mass produce it, etc. So I think we got a long journey ahead of us. We'll see. UK's putting out some like tests that they can, some quick tests that they can get people to verify whether they are you know, affected by this virus or not. And then obviously I think their plan is like, if you're immune to the virus or if you have no symptoms, then you can start going back to work. But I think even this idea is not really thought through, because just because, let's say for example, I'm immune to the virus, right? I get no symptoms if I get the virus, right? That's what immunity really means to them, right? It's somebody who can have the virus without any symptoms and not suffer from it, right? But just because I don't have symptoms doesn't mean that I can't carry the virus and pass it on to someone else, right? So if I don't have symptoms, but let's say my parents do, or my wife does, or my sister does, or you know, anyone else does in my family, just because I don't have them, that doesn't mean I can't pass them on to somebody else. So it's not all as simple as people sometimes make it out. And I think the whole fact that, you know, the government underestimated the whole virus and what it is, and they were saying, oh, it's a common cold, it's nothing to be worried about. The whole reason that the whole reason why we're in such a mess right now with such high cases is because people underestimated and did not lock down a month ago, 2 weeks ago at least. We would have been in so much better, you know, in better situation in terms of number of people affected and stuff. People still get the virus, but just not in such masses. And if it's not transmitted in such masses and not so many people are infected at once, then the hospitals can deal with them, and you know, there'd be less casualties at the end. But you know, you can never tell. This is just like my theory on it. I did watch this thing yesterday, and they were showing that they got some new cases in China. So I know they're like a couple of weeks ago, they were coming out and saying that, you know, that's it, it's done, people can go back to work. So I guess it's not, again, as simple as that. But anyway, enough about all this stuff. Let's talk about my hair. It's more interesting than all this coronavirus crap. But yeah, things are looking good. I could do with a haircut, but I think I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna grow a mullet because, you know, all the hairdressers are closed. My hair will naturally grow longer on the back and the sides than on the top. So I'm gonna end up with long back and sides and short top, looking like, I don't know, some sort of hillbilly. But rather look like a hillbilly with hair, right? What else is new? Things are looking really good outside. You know what? In fact, I'm gonna take you out to my garden because I had my garden done this week, which is really good. I've got some other stuff to do now. I've got to like paint fence and stuff. But let me take you outside. Let me show you my pride and joy my garden, which is looking really, really beautiful right now. Let's go. All right, so as I said, this is my garden. We just finished off the work a few days ago, really. So it's been a couple of days of watering, but that's what it looks like right now. It is looking so much better than it did. I still have like nothing on my patio. My patio is empty. I have to do with some like chairs or something, or a little table or something, at least something there. So my plan is, while we're on this lockdown, staying at home and everything, I'm gonna get this fence painted and stuff, get the kids involved, get some stuff done. But that is what we started on yesterday, and this is complete pain in the back to paint, but we got time. We got 3 weeks with the kids, got some brushes for them. The guys that did my garden were nice enough to leave me like 10 tubs of this fence paint, which I'd have to buy normally, so they gave it to me for free with some brushes. Said, hey, get the kids to do some painting. But yeah, as you can see, weather's beautiful. This is a rare sight for UK. Sun is up, check it out, bouncing off my head, shining through my hair. But yeah, hopefully the weather will stay like this throughout April. If we're home, at least it'll be nice if it's, pleasant weather. We can go outside in the garden, we can do stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you next week. If you've got any questions, please feel free to use the comment box. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and enable bell notifications. I hope you guys found this video useful and entertaining in some way at least. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye for now.